What's going on, guys? I'm Jaye the Black. Shout out to everybody that's tuning in. I want to talk about Azealia Banks, man. I found out recently, what was it? Some days back when this first story came out about Azealia Banks getting engaged, right? And she got this ring, which I believe was a family heirloom from fiance Ryder Rips. And she was so happy about it, showing off the ring, only to then go a week later and break up with the guy. Okay, she's showing off this ring, she's so happy to be with this guy, but look at what she does. She goes and breaks up with him. So what was the point of you being with him to begin with if you're just gonna break off the engagement? Now, they may still be cool with each other. Maybe it was a publicity stunt. We know that she is not immune to doing things for publicity's sake. But let's get into this article from metro.co.uk. It says the 212 rapper shared an update with fans on Monday about the status of her relationship with Ryder, and it seems they are officially over. In her Instagram stories, Azealia said, "LOL, I just dumped at Ryder Rips. He's too insecure for the wildly creative she-wolf in me." I don't know what would possess this guy to want to marry this particular female, but again, you know, people do things for their own reasons. I don't know if they just like to be humiliated, embarrassed. I think it was a situation of this may have been a more private relationship, and once it became more public, people began to maybe clown him about it, or maybe people contacted her and said, you know what, you really with this guy? But if you look at it now, it seems like she was more into calling herself a Jew and getting this family heirloom and saying, hey, somebody wants me, than it was about the particular guy's feelings. Let's go into it. However, in a twist of events, the rapper revealed she is keeping the menorah ring he gave her when he popped the question. The heirloom is mine. I believe it said the juicy diva lives on. I believe that's how you say it. On February 22nd, Azealia shared news of her engagement with fans and said she will be converting to Judaism before the wedding. I just got engaged. I'm crying. I'm Jewish now. Mazel tov, bien. We in here. Yeah. You know. Musician wrote on Instagram post. Yeah, man. It could have been a situation again where these guys think that because they put a ring on their finger, somehow these women are going to change up. These women are going to be a certain way. That's not Azealia Banks. Anybody that knows Azealia Banks knows that she does what she wants to do. She's not going to listen to anybody. I don't know if he thought he could change her, but bro, she's not changing. She's exactly who she is. And according to this subsequent post she put up a list of people that she doesn't hate, because I guess according to her, she claims that he said that she was a hater. I wonder why he would think that, you know, because maybe she's made a lot of enemies, but that's the road that Azealia Banks takes. She takes that road. She wants that road. She just doesn't understand that a lot of people aren't going to put up with her mess, right? And this guy, for whatever reason, decided to pop the question to marry this woman. Now, I don't know exactly how long they were dating each other, but it seemed to me that something happened when they went on their weekend getaway, only to come back to she wants to leave him because she's not built for relationships. She's not a relationship person. There's nothing about Azealia Banks to me that says that she is long-term relationship oriented. But one of the things I have noticed is that she has a preference for the Caucasian, which again, that's her preference. It is what it is. but she likes to talk about race. She likes to talk about certain things in regards to race, right? And even though she has put down black men, even with her dating outside of her own ethnic group, she still does not find that happiness that she seeks. Now, maybe this was a way to boost her self-esteem. The fact that she was able to get this guy to marry her, give her the heirloom, she feels good about herself, but it also shows that she wants to be anything but black. She's so happy about being Jewish. You know, it's like, I want to be anything but black. That's how it looks. It's not me saying it's her. Like, you want people to appreciate you for what you look like and who you are, but you want to appreciate yourself. Even with her making this list, it doesn't look to me that she loves herself. I don't see a lot of love in herself. I see somebody who's deeply troubled. I see somebody that doesn't seem to have the right type of people around her. Now, I think when Azealia Banks is in her right mind, she seems like she could be a cool person, but is she in her right mind most of the time? You know, or is she putting on an act? All I know is she's burnt a lot of bridges. She has irritated and annoyed a lot of people, and to the point to where people don't really want to deal with her. Now, see the rest of the article. So along with the photo of her ring, she added, I said yes at Ryder Rips, and I are engaged. Ryder, who has designed Grimm's album art for Miss whatever, has been a frequent collaborator with the likes of Kanye West. The couple first made their relationship public back in 2019, right after the whole Azealia famous beef with Grimes and Elon Musk. Okay, so work with Elon Musk's girlfriend. Let's see, I think that's it. But honestly, looking at this situation, maybe they're still connected. I just think that this was a huge waste of time. She's even bragging about how she's not going to give him back the ring. You got to ask yourself, bro, why do this? Why would you even do this? What was the point of you getting engaged to her? What was the point? Because you have to look at it and say, hey, guy, she basically took your ring, dumped you, made you like a complete sucker. For what? Now, it could have been a situation of remorse. Maybe he realized, I really don't want to be with her long term. Maybe because we're engaged, she will stop certain behaviors, which is what it looks like it is. It looks to me that he said, you know what? Hey, you got to calm down on the things that you were doing. And she didn't like that. You know, she wants to be giving him the advice and the orders and taking a back seat to her, and that's not what he was willing to do. At least he seemed like he may have been standing up for himself. But you're dealing with somebody who does not seem to have a lot of self-esteem in herself. She does the most for attention. She has this obsession with being with Caucasian men because she does not like who she is when she looks in the mirror. She doesn't like who she is. And instead of her just, focusing on herself, focusing on figuring out who she is and what will make her happy, she's hopping in relationships, getting engaged. It says they've been together since 2019. So maybe it was like a long-term, not long-term, but it was a relationship of over 2 years. But even in that 2 years, after being together for that amount of time through quarantine, she still decides to break up with this guy and then brags about how she's going to keep the ring. This was a complete, utter waste of time. This guy is looking more moronic every single day. Why would you get engaged to somebody who doesn't seem to have a lot of self-love, who doesn't seem to focus on getting their minds right, who doesn't seem relationship oriented? You see, there are people that may want to be in a relationship, but relationships take work. Relationships are not easy. Relationships are not what you always see in the movies and TV shows. People watch that stuff and they think they know what relationships are when they really have zero idea, Because can we name one relationship that Azealia Banks has been in that was loving, or that was, a long-term relationship where, she actually was happy with the person? You can't name it because she doesn't love herself. This woman had to put down a group of men and melanated men in order to boost her own self-esteem and say, hey, I don't date you, but I'll date somebody else. And she still cannot seem to find that self-love. I don't care what she put on a list. Are you actually just writing just to be writing? Because it doesn't seem like you have that self-love to me.